Hello everyone, today we're looking at the 2018 Lexus IS300. Let's go ahead and check out our exterior by turning on our headlights and the hazards. Here are your wheels. They are 18-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels. Very nice looking. And this exterior color we're looking at is known as silver lining metallic. Under the hood of the IS300, you do get a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that produces 248 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. You do get 22 miles a gallon in the city and 32 miles a gallon on the highway. This is Lexus's entry-level sedan. And I have to say, it's pretty nice for being an entry-level sedan that's only around $35,000. As you can see, this IS300 does have a nuanced black leather interior. Here are your gauges. These gauges are used in many Lexus vehicles. And you do get a 3-spoke leather wrapped steering wheel. Not the loudest horn, but a pretty good horn. Your 8-speed automatic transmission is controlled by the shifter. I'm not a fan of how you have to shift the gears. I wish you would have gotten like a more traditional shifter, especially considering this is a luxury car, but that's how Lexus did it, I guess, and it's not that bad. When you place it into reverse, you do get a backup camera with trajectory lines that you turn when you turn the steering wheel. Very high resolution. And you have all your steering mounted controls right here to interact with your screen in the middle and your infotainment system. As with most cars nowadays, you do get your voice assistant.
How may I help? How may I help you? How may I help you? Please say a command.
You do have a couple menus here and your little screen here. Not a lot of information, but I think you have all the information you need necessary. You know, you can change some safety settings, some vehicle settings. Simple, but it has all the info you really need. And I really like these paddle shifters mounted on the steering wheel. They're nice and large. They're not like oversized. They're a perfect size, in my opinion. The infotainment system. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I feel like this infotainment system is a little outdated. I'm trying not to be negative, but it's true. This infotainment system is outdated. I wish they could have updated this infotainment system It's just outdated. It looks like from 2013. But it's not a bad infotainment system. Although I did find it kind of hard to touch the screen, so I ended up using the buttons. But the buttons were a little bit confusing to use also, but they weren't as confusing to use as in the LS500 that I reviewed. That was very confusing to use. But this is easy to use, but it takes some time getting used to, definitely. Maybe all your Lexus owners might have been like, man, it's so hard to use. But then you got used to it after a while. You know, your navigation, control climate. This one doesn't have navigation, but you could get navigation if you wanted to. It's nice to have navigation, but you know, there's Apple CarPlay now, so it's not really that necessary. You have dual zone climate control. The AC is freezing cold. 2 air vents, very nice clock. And seriously, I have to put the AC on 78. I don't know if the AC is like so cold or if it's just I'm so used to the Jetta's AC being so freaking hot. Maybe it's a combination of both. Maybe this AC is freezing cold and the Jetta's AC is super hot. I really like the trim. And here are your hazards. Your volume knob. Couple buttons here to interact with the radio. And your tune scroll knob. It's very responsive, as you can see. There are no CDs in here. And again, the shifter isn't the worst, but it isn't the best. But it does the job. You have your drive mode selector. Right now it's in eco. Twist it to the right to put in sport mode. And twist it again to the left to put in eco. And then just press down to put it. So left eco, right sport, and push down for normal. I'll probably leave it in eco mode because, you know, I don't think I'll be a maniac of a driver. I think I'll just drive conservatively. Like that I don't get a speeding ticket. Traction control off button. You have snow mode. My uncle's GMC Terrain also has this, so I'm not surprised that Lexus also has it. A very nice armrest. It is a little bit small, but it still has a lot of support. As you can see, there is an aux jack, 2 USB ports, and a 12-volt power outlet. 2 cup holders over here. These leather seats are like super plush. Just press this button and the glove box will open. It's an adequate size. It's not huge or anything, but it's a good size. You do get your 3 garage door settings, a little compass mounted on the mirror, this sunroof does let a lot of light in. You have your automatic high beams, your blind spot monitoring, you can turn it on and off, all of your gauge dimmer brightness controls, and you also get a floor mounted handbrake instead of a handbrake or an electronic parking brake. I honestly don't mind electronic parking brakes, but I kind of prefer manual handbrakes because I don't brake. But again, I barely use my parking brakes, so I think I'd rather have an electronic because it's cooler, and also I barely use it, so it's not gonna break. Beautiful CLA 250 in white over there. And the seats lined up with a B pillar, and I have plenty of space back here. Very comfortable supported seats. Your pockets on the driver's side and the passenger side. And you do have 2 air vents right here. Leather armrest with 2 cup holders. Just press right here, and 2 cup holders to come out. Very plush armrest. Very typical Lexus. 2 lights up here. And here's what it looks like from the rear seats of the IS. Now let's go ahead and check out the cargo space. I wish car makers would stop doing this. I wish they would just put a button on the exterior of the car instead of having to go in here, press the button, then go walk all the way out here, or use your key fob. No, just put a button under like the logo or something, and then it'll be much more pleasant to open the trunk. So as you can see, there's not a ton of room back here, but it's pretty decent for the class. This is a compact sedan, but it does offer a lot of room for what it is, but in general it's not a lot, but it's still plenty of room to haul some items. Very nice solid thunk of the door. Now let's go ahead and shut down the IS. And I have to say, this vehicle is a very nice vehicle, especially for the price point. It's super ultra mega comfy. The seats are plush. The ride is probably plush, since this is basically the NX as a sedan, and I've ridden NXs and they're super comfy. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace out and goodbye.